Hello, hello, and welcome back to a stream. Uh, I know I ended up skipping my Sunday stream, but that's because I was laid out with a ridiculous migraine. But I'm here now. Still a bit congested because Mother Nature can't pick a weather. So, I did manage to finish 2 more pages yesterday, so we got 4 pages left to go. Let's, I'm gonna switch over to this. Is that you mean there's no active bosses right now? Who killed my Dragonite dragon? Great. Fantastic. Okay. Sure. Hey. I haven't had to deal with a migraine threat at all today, so that is always a positive. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, no, I mean it was a good day. We made the feature. We survived the feature. Um, it was hot. I ended up sunburned again, but that's really nobody's surprise at this point. And people are still stupid. But that also is not going to change anytime soon. Good. It's good. Building traction. That's what the goal is, I assume. So these were the two pages I finished yesterday. The whole, hey, these are the causes of fire. I'm trying. Yeah. This is 26. By next week, we have a final draft. Because when I send you like the PDF, you need to read through it, because I remember I still have to do the cover separately. But you need to go through it, make sure, and just double check, because as I'm typing, I sometimes type too quickly and I miss a word. So you need to just read through the whole thing to make sure that I didn't accidentally a word. But yes, by some point next week, we can, in theory, have the digital version done, and at least work on getting a like handful of sample prototype or proof copies. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, they do have it where you can basically request a proof before you mass publish. That's good. I haven't looked past, hey, this seems to have all the options in the format you want. They seem reasonably priced. I do like the idea of the built-in distribution network too. You can. You just have to go to the if you want to look at specs and stuff, you just need to go to the pricing calculator as opposed to actually strictly. You save it as a draft. you can start putting in the information. It's just you would end up saving it as a draft to go back and edit later. But like I created an account with them too. So that's how I was able to get the template originally. So that was just a matter of basically going, oh, hey, you know, this is a draft version. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I'm working on the last couple of pages of the illustrating Yogi's book. How's it going? I hope your stream went well. I appreciated that. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, no, it's I can definitely understand the slow streams. But sometimes that's nice of it's just, oh, okay. Just chill. Don't need to be like, oh man, I need to keep up with 15 conversations. Very much appreciated. So the last couple of streams I've been working on illustrating children's book for F Mead Photography there. But I occasionally will be working on some sort of like yarn project or pretty much any sort of crafty project. I'm willing to try at least once. But this is what has gotten my focus recently. And I haven't actually started illustrating my own book. I have purely been plotting my own book. Because I want to have a good number of I want to have a good amount of sass in my book. No, go eat. I appreciate you hanging out. I really just have this pencil in my hand. I mean, so huh? It's a made-up British word. Yeah, a draft. Basically, it's like when you create a post but like save for later type thing. This guy with pin nails. Oh, you don't have eyebrows. That's what's throwing me off. That's what was annoying me. Okay. Oh, the proof. The proof. The draft is basically to save the post or save the work and come back and edit the details before it's ready for print. The proof is like the advanced author's copy of a book to make sure, oh, the formatting is all how you want it. Everything basically comes out the way it's supposed to. At least that's what it's called on this side of the pond. Not globally. And I think that's mostly it's not that it's not for distribution. It's you can't sell like I won't be able to purchase a copy through Lulu. The physical copy. The ebook should be able to be sold through them directly, and it's mostly just because of the format, because the size of the book, or probably all of their plants are not equipped to handle the A4 scale pages, I believe. Anyways, yeah, it's because the only thing you've been looking at is specifically the printed version, and it's, I know when I was checking, if you change the size of the book, some of them, it's like the universal sizes are available to, because they would use a different plant to print that. And that's all it means, is it's, you can sell it through their web store also. It just will only be available, like that's an option for UK. Because they're not gonna, A4 is not, A4 landscape is not a size that is common or available in like their US plants. Presumably. I don't know. But that is my assumption there. Because I did notice that it's that is what was coming up, is that you could change it to be certain sizes and they would be available for the global distribution. But since you have the website and are comfortable selling things through there, I would just worry about that for international. Listen, it's entirely up to you, but I would say, again, your priority is getting printed copies, and you have the means to sell them. So I would honestly just worry about selling them through your own website. Um, and if you're going to sell them, yeah, it's you would need a whole another contract if you're going to sell through um, another company or have distribute. Because basically, at that point, what you would do is you would, depending on how they work, if they're a publishing company, that's one thing. If it is just somebody who's going to act like a distributor or a drop ship for you, you're effectively going to have to pay them, or you would sell it, you would sell the books to them, and then you have no control over what they sell the books for. So I think, at least for book one, it would be better to kind of just take care of everything on your own. Since you have the website set up, you have, you said you have no issue shipping to the US. Hello. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry I missed everyone on Sunday. I was knocked out from a migraine. So, unfortunately, there was no stream on Sunday, but I'm here now. We have this page and then 3 more, and then all the illustrations are done. Yeah, it's the weather here has been really like bipolar, where it'll go like cold and then AC and then cold and then like humidity, and unfortunately allergies, and then my sinuses are just like, nah, fuck you in particular. Um maybe Yogi, maybe I gotta see, because this one I don't think is gonna take too long because it's only the one character. So I might do that one too. But yeah, no, so it's I haven't had that bad of a migraine in quite some time, but that was definitely one of those ones where I'm like, okay, standing up or even like sitting upright is not gonna happen right now. I'm gonna put it in the book upside down. There won't be a thing you can do about it. Yo. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Pencil's trying to run away from me. Ugh. I need the one stupid book. Anyways. As I continue to throw pencils at myself. No, I need Warlock Book 1 to make the Warlock book set. So I can build the library, so I can get mana regen. Like, I'm pretty sure that's quite literally the only book I have not seen. Yes. Yeah, no, I have the enchanted I have a bunch of enchanted books. But that last book set I need is that Warlock book. Oh, I think you're one house ahead of me. Yeah, I'm just upgrading to a modern mansion, not a styled modern mansion. I'm not quite that fancy yet. It's upgrade house library. In on the website, all of the like extensions for the house, it's RPG upgrade house, tier 1 armory. Yeah. There's a kitchen, there's a garden, there's a greenhouse. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Um, yeah, if you get a chance to check out the website, under the guide, data, and then housing, there's 3 sections. One of them is only for guilds. One of them is will actually break down everything you need for each level of house, and then all of the extensions that you can get. I know some like hard mode gets unlocked when you have the obsidian forge and the observatory, but you need to reach certain character levels to be able to go raid the. Oh yeah, there's a lot of information packed into that website. Yes, that's how you get to hard mode, and that's how you eventually get all of like the best. You unlock the better biomes to raid. you unlock better like drops from the equipment. Like the enemies will drop some of the fancy stuff. But in order to get everything for hard mode, you have to like, you know, you have to upgrade the house. You have to raid the volcano to get the obsidian, and I don't know where you get the cores. But presumably it's from some sort of raid or something. I haven't gotten there yet. I just pick up by lurking in chat and lurking on the Discord. So I'm like, I'm not gonna ask the questions, but yes. I mean, that very well might be from some sort of from one of the like guild raids or something. But I believe that in order to make the obsidian forge, you need like either you need an amount of all of them. Just like the garden, you need 1,000 of all the different crop seeds, which you can get everything in the crates except for sweet corn, because sweet corn is apparently the bane of any farmer's existence. At least that's what I have, you know, my impression of it. Because it doesn't even dismantle into sweet corn seeds. Yep. So you basically, your best bet for those sort of things is to build a or craft yeah, no, it's you can dismantle sweet corn, but it dismantles into nothing. You quite literally just, I guess, shred it into teeny tiny atoms, and it ceases to exist. I don't know if that's something that's planned to be changed, but I know people have complained about it in the past. Um, but if you build or make beast sacks, or there are certain tools that you can use to obviously increase the loot grab from the different biomes. I know I have a bunch of beast sacks at the moment, and then you can forge them together to create stronger ones. And depending on what stream you're in when you raid the biome, you might get extra buffs from being in that stream. Very nice, very nice. I had been doing the daily crops, and if you don't forget, if you want to get the like the farmer, or the not the farmer, the fisherman, the miner, and the lumberjack, that is under the characters tab, because that lets you get those coins that you can get boosts to all of those. And I don't know if anyone explained it, or if you managed to catch it. Every level you upgrade your house takes away 1 minute from your 30-minute raid timer, but the website doesn't actually take that time away. So you have to do that math yourself. still want to know how skeletons lay eggs. But on the other hand, I really don't want to know. Pretty much. This pencil is not gonna last for much longer. I don't know why trees suddenly disappeared behind that bush, but it's okay. Uh, olive green. Olive green. Yeah, I think it was Little Chrissy just posted in the Discord, at least all of the commands for the guild raids. Some people have I don't have them set up, but where anybody can just do like the exclamation point letter. Oh wait. Think you should be back now. Um, yeah, no, so this is 4 to go, and then I have 3 more that I have to do. So we're hoping to have this available for purchase in August. So I'll make sure I post links to it somewhere below the video. This way people can actually check that out. And then, because I'm a terrible person in general, I am working on another book that's me calling out like stupidity. It's called Not Intended for Kids and Other Warnings You Probably Won't Heed. The children's book for adults that takes the time and crayons to explain things that should be common sense. Because I want an excuse. Yes. So I've been working on creating the list of things, such as, caution, it may be contents may be hot, especially if you ordered a hot beverage, dumbass. If you're transporting, landscaping equipment in the back of a pickup truck, make sure everything is tied down, or you'll be the one explaining to your wife how you knocked yourself out in the back of your truck. Because that one's based on a true story where my uncle stepped on a rake in the back of his truck, and it was like a cartoon where he stepped on the rake and it came up and smacked him in the face. So that's one of those stories that we pass down through the family history. I just got to figure out how I want to illustrate that. Basically, it's like, anytime that you've wanted to call somebody out because they're acting like a child, this book is doing just that. Because Yogi won't let me tell this story that way. To be fair, most of the time I'm like, yes, if you see something, say something. Don't set things on fire, idiots. Humans are dumb. I don't have the general temperament to write things for children. It looks like a butt. I need to fix that. You know what? I might just leave it. Yeah, you see, luckily, I don't have any relations that have children. And we've already established amongst my family that I am most certainly not the mothering type. Because my opinion of like babies is the best part is giving them back. You're like, oh, great, yeah. I guess it's cute, maybe. And now it's making horrible shrieking noises. Take it back, please. I agree. I'm like, I would much rather be the cool aunt and corrupt the children as opposed to actually be responsible for wholly raising the next generation. Because I don't think everybody would survive that. Not to mention that I'd have to find somebody willing to put up with me, and I am well aware of how difficult I am to get along with. See, like, so with this Pokemon game, I probably have most of what I go after, but I'm gonna go after it anyways because you never know when you're gonna get a shiny. So I'm like, I'm gonna just chuck the ball at it anyways. I started playing the RPG before I started playing the PCG. But I have 2 shinies already, so I just chuck the balls. Oh, you have a Charizard. I have a Hondour and King Gambit. No, I only do the battles for like these events. Yeah, for the weekly missions is what I do. I don't do any of the like competitive tournament nonsense. It's not how I play Pokemon. Pokemon is about catching them all. It is literally the theme song. The first Pokemon I caught with PCG, I think, was Noivern, actually, which I was happy with because dragons. Um, oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with like the actual games. That's probably the one game that I will absolutely go buy every version that comes out. Yeah, no, this one I'm like, I'll do the stadium, so like against the bot, and then I'll do the one where they do like the challenge battles. I ain't about to sit there and try and min max a Twitch bot. I ain't got that kind of time. Like I'll do the wonder trades to, again, because that's part of usually the weekly missions. But even just evolution is such a pain. So I'm like, I'd rather just try and hope that I can catch it. I'm more in it for the shiny hunting. Okay. Comes out. Unedited. There we go. Okay. And I think that's grass and that little. I have racing on in the background. Uh, and I'm like, oh yeah, that little punk was racing at my home track recently. Why you gotta be all like proper grammatical with formulae? Just use formulas. I figured you were still lurking. Formulae. What is that? Greek root? Not the one that pluralizes with an E. I think. Now you're just being, you know, obnoxious. Stop. Well, I gotta renew my subscription for my transponder. Probably do that tonight. There's no E in that. There should be no E. Again, you guys like to add extra vowels over there, so whatever. I'll get over it. But yeah, no. You setting up the spreadsheet is not what I have a problem with. I'm complaining about the grammar and the I can't even say English. And again, that could just be the like dumb American thing. So I've never seen it pluralized in as a formulae. But yeah, no, I would have had that spreadsheet done like a month ago. So I fully understand wanting to use spreadsheets like that. Just remember that we still have to like lock down what the actual percentages are. Yes, I am aware. I just didn't know if it would be easier or just depending on how you have them set up, if basically each percentage is going to be its own column, or you want to have it so it highlights in a color, and depending on the color, it assigns a percentage. There are so many ways you can set it up to basically automate this, where you just plug in your like total sales, total costs, and then it'd be like total book sales, total. Yeah. And then presumably when I'm assuming, and I know that's dangerous, but I'm assuming that you are going to sell uh anything and everything through the Flint and Friends website. So even if it's available on somewhere else, I assume that you're going to set it up through the Wix site. In which case you could also just tag it with what category it'll fit into to make the reporting easier. At least again, I'm assuming that that is a possibility. having never used Wix, I can't say for certain. So that should make it easier of at the end of every period or quarter or whatever. I basically just say, oh, what were my sales in this category? And then you can also just include the costs of items. Like I know in like Shopify and stuff, you can actually attach what the cost of an item is, so it will automatically tell you what your profit is. Again, I assume that that is a fairly standard feature. Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about on the website itself. You can usually add like in the item listing itself, you could add the cost of the item so that in the auto generated reports, it will include like what the actual profit is. So you can include like in, a physical copy of the book, you can include the cost of whatever envelope you use to send it as part of the cost of the item. Even though that should get covered by the shipping cost, or that would be your handling cost. I don't know if it's different there. This one, this one. Okay. I'm mostly just spitballing what features I can think of that are probably included in an online sales platform that can make it easier, so it's just less work for you in general. No, you charge the customer shipping based off of weight. I'm talking about in the back end that the customer won't see. Part of what you have like your shipping and handling fee, where the shipping is what it actually costs to drop it off at the post office and send it. And handling usually is a variable that companies can use to cover the packing materials. Does that make sense? So like if it's going to cost you, $10 to, it'll cost you $10 to ship the book, like postage. Well, it's if you have the calculated, so I don't know, because sometimes if you have the shipping fee calculated, you have to add it as a separate like handling fee. Um, but either way, it is something to factor in terms of figuring out what the true profits of this is. It's the cost of the envelope that it is shipped in. It's the cost of, what does it cost for you to order 100 copies of the book and get them shipped to you, because that's part of like your cost. And it is quite possible for this whole thing to start, you know, it might take a month or so for it to technically go in the black. I'm just going through all the things I can think of off the top of my head. $400 like shipped, like 400 total. Like, and that's including whatever it is. That 400 where it will get the books to your house? That is my question. Okay, so that's whatever VAT, tax, shipping. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not terrible. Yeah, but we're not going to think like that. It's my job to be the pessimist, or the realist, if you want to call it that. You already said you had a bunch of people who are interested. I know there's at least, a couple of people, like a handful of people over here that I talked to who saw what I was doing and, probably will buy it just to support stuff that I do. So then what you do is only order 50 books to start. And then if you sell 30 of those 50 books, you can order another 50. I know that there's the bulk, you get a slight discount per book if you order 100. But if you don't know what the actual interest is, or you're worried about hitting a target number, don't order so many to start with. Because again, there will always be that digital version that they can purchase. So yeah, it's not going to be as much as the physical copy. And what we could even do is in the digital version, get rid of that last page that includes your photograph and have that as a print exclusive. That's one way to entice people to buy the physical version. Does that make sense? Are you still there? Because you don't, there's literally no cost associated with the digital copy. Look on Amazon. Look up a book on Amazon. The digital copy is always like $2-3 cheaper than the physical hard copy. But if we remove the physical copy, or we remove the photo page from the digital copy, again, it's an incentive to purchase the physical copy. Because I think I have the one book that I have self-published. It's like $10 hard copy, but like $4 or $5 ebook. Sometime when I'm not actively streaming. Um, you said you're busy Friday, Saturday. I mean, tomorrow night I shouldn't be too busy. We can maybe discuss it after I'm done streaming, after I go do what I have to do. If you're still up. Um, Because yeah, I know that this is definitely going to be a very short stream, but yeah, no, that's fine. I shouldn't have anything going on tomorrow. But yeah, no, I'll probably work on another page tonight while I'm editing the video, but I got stuff I gotta do off stream. So I'm probably gonna end it after this page. I know it's an incredibly short stream comparatively to what I've been doing, but I want to make sure I have enough time to edit and upload that video because that has to go live tomorrow. That one's on a schedule. At least I try to be. Plus, then I have 3 pages I gotta scan. I've been trying. It was one of those things. I told you I do like to, get things done, and I'm not afraid to push myself if I need to, but it's definitely going to be nice to at least take a little bit to focus on some other projects for a little bit. Again, and it's not like I'm not enjoying this. I just, if I get too stuck on one thing, I start getting like either bored or frustrated with it. So I like to jump around to different things. Just probably why I have 15 projects going at on any given day. Arctibax, Frigibax. No, it's Frigibax, Arctibax, Excalibur. That's the last one. Yeah, it's done. I think so. This is. Did you look into like on Amazon? It's the best example I can think of that has both print and digital to see the differences in the price. Gotcha. This is 27. And then this is this. So that is another page completed. But it's 3 more that I need to scan in. I don't have to draw a stupid path this time because they're in a different part of the forest. So I'm at the very least taping this one into place. It doesn't have to be like that extreme. It's just most people expect to pay more for a physical like hard copy of something than and like they're not. That's why I'm saying take out like a page or two. I mean, like hell, you could even take out the like activities page. But that's also why, because there is no cost associated with it, there's like literally no reason to so like don't include the photograph. As much as I know you want to put your photography out there, by removing that, like, you know, the inspiration photographs, you can have them on the website, but I think it would make most sense to take that out of the digital version of the book so you can have minor differences like that. Yeah, so I'll finish this one tonight. I just don't want to do that right now. We're gonna switch over to here. Why? Like 15,000 notifications. But yeah, no, it like the price difference doesn't have to be that extreme. Like I was thinking, like you can go for like if you're selling the physical book for 10, you can go for 7 at the most, I would say. Again, at least that would be my opinion in that regard. But it's completely up to you. Yeah. Honestly, you can probably get away with 10. Because you're not, you know, you are a independent author. But yeah, no, that makes sense. That is a perfectly reasonable amount. And then hell, at a certain point, if you start getting, like a decent amount of sales, give me an affiliate code and I'll throw that on my stream. And then it'd be like I get an extra 5% if they use my code. It's an idea. It's a thing that can happen. But anyway, so I finished a page. I have 3 pages that I need to scan. We have 3 pages left to complete in the book. 2 3/4, because I did at least the outline of the. Not the, this is going to be one of those. It's not going to show up. I have yep, mysterious white screen there. We can continue chatting offline, but I'm tired, and I still gotta record, and I should probably eat dinner. So, on that note, thank you to everybody who stopped by and hung out for a little bit. I apologize for missing my last stream, but migraine's gonna migraine, and yeah, I'm working on it. I'm signing off, Yogi. Jeez. So, oh yeah, no, it happens. I haven't had something like that bad, I don't know, since my college days. But sayonara. I'll see you next time. Hasta luego. Whatever floats your boat. Friday night should be my next stream, barring unforeseen circumstances. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.